Okay guys, what's up? Gerbertron here. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about Destiny 2. This video will be partially confirmed information and partially speculation. Now, I've played Destiny since the beta came out on 360. I've got hundreds of hours logged into the game, the Crucible. I have played the hell out of this game over the last few years that it's been out. Anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit about what's been confirmed by Bungie recently. Now, information about this game has been floating around for maybe the past year. Most of it was just speculation, but Bungie went ahead and came out and confirmed some stuff after a poster was leaked. And with this poster, it showed 3 what appeared to be Guardians, and then a 2. Implying obviously Destiny 2. There have been a couple other leaks sort of within the last half year. There was a Mega Bloks set that alluded to the Cabal attacking the tower, which appeared to be Destiny 2 related at the time. And that was quickly taken down, and some other little leaks from people claiming to have inside information. You always get that with new game releases. Someone always knows someone that works at Bungie or at Activision. So anyways, what's confirmed about the game? First off, all of our stuff will be gone, essentially. It says it in the commercial. They're playing it off like it's part of the story, which I think is a smart way to go. But your weapons, your purchased items, I'm guessing your emotes, things like that, your favorite piece of armor, your favorite gun, all gone. So we're going to be starting at square one, essentially, with that. I would assume that judging by the commercial, with the way the Traveler looks in the background, and with everything else being gone, I would assume that that means your light level is also affected, and your class abilities, essentially. Obviously, the Traveler gives you some of those light powers, and if it's in ruins like it looks like it's in the commercial, then that probably means that those are gone too. So, first thing confirmed. Second thing, there will be a beta. It appears in July. Now, if you pre-order the game, you'll get a code to get access to the beta. Will they do an open beta? I'm not sure, but there will definitely be a beta a few months before the actual game release, which will be in September. So typically this is around when Bungie has released content for the original Destiny, so it makes sense that it's in September. It's a few months before November, which, as any gamer knows, is like the extravaganza for when all new releases come out, essentially, when it comes to multiplayer games. So I think September is a smart time to release. It'll give them time to build some hype at E3 and then drop the beta the next month, and then have people play the beta, talk about it, build hype all the way up until the game release. So that is also confirmed. Now, the next piece of information I'm very excited about because I have one. This game will be coming out on PC in addition to the consoles. So this game will be out on PS4, Xbox One, PC. Guessing Xbox One Scorpio? Xbox Scorpio, I'm guessing will get a release. Clearly it's going to be out at the end of the year. I don't see why it wouldn't be getting a release. That would make no sense. So this will be out on essentially everything. I haven't heard anything about the Switch or the Wii U. I would assume it's definitely not coming to the Wii U. I'm going to go ahead and assume it's probably not coming out for the Switch either. But, I mean, let's face it, when you buy a Nintendo console, you're kind of buying it for the Nintendo exclusives. Anyways, so this game will be coming out on all platforms. I doubt that there will be cross-platform play. If that did happen, it would be between Xbox and PlayStation. I doubt that PC players would be playing with console players. That would just be completely unfair within the Crucible. So, all platforms, hopefully all in September. I'm not sure if PC's release is going to get delayed. They haven't mentioned that, but the way that they've been presenting it is that it's all coming out at the same time. So this is a major, major win for the PC community, which loves games like Destiny. Destiny 1 should have came out on PC. It should have came out. So the other thing, this game is said to have a way more open world than the first, which I'm hoping means that the glorified loading screen with your ship in it is done away with. There are supposedly going to be towns and outposts and villages within the game, so that really makes me think that this is going to be an open world sort of. I'm picturing the scenario of Ghost Recon Wildlands, but in the Destiny universe. Now, as far as what locations there will be, I'm thinking, from what I've seen, it seems that the city, that the tower is basically above. When you're at the tower and you look down and you see the city with all the lights, I'm guessing that's going to be a location. I'm sure that there will be some locations that we've already been to in this game. I'm guessing that, maybe not the Rings of Saturn where the Dreadnought's at. We might not see that. We might not see those specific locations, but I would be surprised if we didn't go to a place like Venus, the Cosmodrome in some sense, the Moon in some sense, Mars in some sense. We'll definitely be going to Mars because it seems like the Cabal is a major focus of this coming game. So I would be really surprised if we didn't go to Mars. Which leads me into my next detail. If the Cabal are in this game, it makes me think that the other races of enemy classes are going to be in here. The Vex, the Hive, the other enemy classes I would think would be in this game also. So maybe not the Taken, I'm not sure, but it would really surprise me if all the original enemy classes weren't in this game. And I'm thinking that there will also be some new players in this game as well, as far as enemy classes. So anyways, next tidbit of confirmed info. Well, actually, this is a speculative info. 3 new subclasses. Now, this has been coupled with a lot of leaks that have come over the past half year, and all of the surrounding information in multiple leaks that I've read has been accurate. So I'm assuming that this piece of information is also going to be accurate, which is 3 new subclasses. Now, the Traveler being in flames makes you think that the powers that the Traveler bestowed to you in Destiny 1 would be gone. So perhaps there's a new source of energy, or the power that the Traveler gives you is somehow transformed by its current state, would allude to 3 new subclasses. And there are a couple release photos that make it seem that way, that were leaked maybe 3 months ago. And I'm going to go ahead and say that this is probably 100% accurate. The Traveler granting powers was a major part of Destiny 1. Otherwise, what is Destiny without powers? It's essentially just a multiplayer shooter with nothing special. It's just a sci-fi multiplayer shooter, so there has to be powers in Destiny 2. I would be shocked if there was not powers in Destiny 2 of some kind. So I'm thinking 3 new subclasses. I'm hoping that they don't diverge that much from the ones that we saw in the first game, but it's Bungie. I love Bungie. I'm willing to take a leap of faith. I feel like they really turned the first game around and continued to hit the right notes throughout its lifespan. So I'm thinking that they're going to start this one off going 100 miles an hour, and it's going to be amazing. Very optimistic about this game, obviously. So 3 new subclasses, I think that's going to happen. And then the other thing that I think is going to happen is going to be finally matchmaking on everything. On raids, on events where you have to coordinate yourself, matchmaking, finally, which is something that should have always been there. It's really amazing that the community was strong enough to be able to band together to get raids done and complete things. And I get what they were trying to do with not including matchmaking and everything. They were trying to, have a more engaged community, which banded together, kind of shared their info, more, friendship building technique, but we really aren't looking for that with our game all the time. Some people are solitary gamers. Some people don't really have a lot of social life to speak of, or don't really want to have to put the effort forth. They, get off their job, come home and just want to play a game and maybe just want to do a raid, but they don't want to have to socialize with a bunch of people to coordinate things around other people's lifestyles. So hopefully matchmaking will finally be included in everything. I would be shocked if it was not. So yeah, so these are the tidbits of information. The main points are beta in July. You get access to the beta if you pre-order the game. And then actual physical release, and digital release in September, which is amazing. It's going to be great. I can't believe that we're already getting the new game. And they also say that content is going to be much better paced. So I'm thinking that we'll get a new major content release every 3 to 4 months, which will be good because the way people that are really engaged in Destiny, they play the game they play the hell out of the game, basically. I know that I breezed through the game. As soon as content was released, I was all about just completing it, and I played it to death until I was bored with it. And then went to the Crucible and grinded out some Crucible till the next bit came. But there was always a good gap in between content releases, so I'm thinking that they're trying to alleviate this. Graphically, it sounds like there will be PS4 Pro support for 4K resolutions. I'm hoping that HDR implementation will also be in there. And then also I'm betting that there will be 4K resolutions on Xbox Scorpio when it comes out. And of course PC gets all the bells and whistles depending on what your hardware setup is. So I think that graphically, Destiny 1 was already a great looking game. And picturing it looking better on the new hardware without having the 360 holding it back and the PS3 holding it back, I can't wait to see what this game will look like. I think that it's going to look amazing. They have tremendous resources at their disposal for this game. It's not just a new IP at this point. It has a proven backing and proven sales track record, and I know that Activision is going to really be pushing this game to be successful, and I know Bungie is going to pour themselves into it. So with that being said, if you're excited about the game, please like and leave a comment. If you like this video and you want to see more videos, please subscribe and like this video. This is Gerbertron. Thanks, guys. I'm out of here.